Yeah, hi gang, right again. In between bouts of sinus and spring hay fever and all that, I thought I'd make a quick video. Another quick shot of the homemade high banker, which I've fixed the pump problems. It was sucking in air, so it's a real ball terror now. It's up for sale on Facebook, but a bit of a reluctant sale now. I've got it going well, but no, I'm going to do a video soon on my gully backpack setup. But before I do that, back to this guy. I was recently looking at Harbour Freight and worked out with, you see Dan Hurd recommending them and what have you on his videos, and I looked into it, and it was about $100 to buy a classifier and get it sent to Australia, and I thought, oh, we could probably do better locally. So I actually went to K-Mart, believe it or not, and bought a large, it's probably 10 litre soup pot for $10. And it is rather, just, it's not tinny, it's got a little bit of thickness to the metal. It's stainless steel, and I thought, right, let's turn it into a classifier. So we started drilling. And that worked out all right, but basically, what, $20 worth of drill bits? No, 10, sorry. I think a 5mm and a 3mm, and then followed up by 5mm. And oh boy, the drill bits were shot. So I thought, oh well, you know, at that rate, we're going to end up spending $100, and might as well have just bought one from Harbour Freight. Although I don't like the loose wire mesh Harbour Freight style. I want something either gives a look into the outside dunny. Can we see it? Yeah, the punch plate. So I'd rather make something out of punch plate or something similar to this. So yeah, so we drilled, and as I said, it was going to end up costing a fortune in drill bits. So I did the bottom. I used lubrication on the drill bit each time, but as you can see by some of the burn marks, the drill was doing it pretty hard, and it's not worth killing your drill to try to save a few bob on a classifier. So so we had to think of other options. So we got the angle grinder, we did some slots, vertical, and then followed up by larger slots with the grinder. One was cutting disc, then cutting disc, then the grinder to open up the slots on the bottom edge all the way around, and then to help with water movement, some angled cuts on the side. And I'll flip it over. But yeah, as you can see, so there's your larger grinds, then there's your cuts. They were cut, and then I hit it with the grinding disc just to open it up. And if you look in here, you can imagine that would create turbulence and a swirl, so to speak. So there's your other bigger arms around the edge. Then you got your swirl, and then yeah, what comes out. And I've done it. I'm not going to use gravel today because it's going to be too hard with this kind of handle here to hold both sides and the camera. You'd need some kind of head mount, and I've been whinging about my camcorder battery for the last 10 videos, and I finally bought a battery. I found one for a 10-year-old camcorder, and it's a ripper. And Australian Batteries or something it was. But yeah, if I just submerge this, you'll see, you can literally see, not sure if that's picking it up, but yeah, the water literally does go in and swirl, and once you do that, it really does come out the bottom very good. So ideally, what I'll do is I will angle grind these handles off and do like a pail, a bucket metal handle, because normally I can hold with both hands and swing it like that rather than having to go like that, and I find the above method with two hands to be much better. But yeah, so total cost $20 for what is quite a robust classifier, and it fits within my buckets. And yeah, I just thought I'd share that idea because I don't know, half of it's the fun of making things and then going to use it, but I did spend a fair whack of time trying to figure out how not to spend $50 on drill bits just to get through what is kind of a reasonably thick kind of outer rim on this what is a K-Mart soup pot. So there you go folks, you might want to have a go yourself, I don't know. But yeah, so we'll say total cost $10 for the pot. 2 drill bits, they were I think it was $9 all up, and you can literally get a cutting disc for $1 about. So yeah, $20 classifier, and I will actually title the video as a bucket classifier, because although you could sit it above a gold pan, which is what Dan Hurd does with his Harbour Freight ones, so there is a difference, I must admit. For what he does, the Harbour Freight works well, but this is definitely made to go into a bucket with water in it and then be agitated to get the material out the bottom. So we'll call it a wet bucket classifier. But yeah, cheapy, $20 and a bit of fun to make. Cool. Good luck with it all.